Studying and preparing is vital to success in exams. This video therefore offers you some ideas to get success in exams. One of the best way to achieve good marks in exams is to start revision early. As early you guys will start your preparation or revision, the more time you're going to get. And as we all know that there is no substitute for starting early with revision. You need to give yourself enough time to review everything that you have studied and make sure that you have understand it. Last minute cramming is much less productive. And ideally review each subject as you go and make sure that you understand it completely, as this will make revision much easier. And ultimately the best tip is to study hard and know your subject, and starting early is the best way to achieve this. The enough time you will give yourself, the more marks you are going to gain. And also try to avoid last minute cramming, as it is much less productive. There is no substitute for starting early with revision. You will almost certainly find some subjects easier than others. You will also find that some have more to revise for some subjects than others. It is also helpful to consider when and how long you plan to spend studying each day. How much time you will be able to manage each day. Plan your revision to ensure that you use your time to best advantage. When is the best time of the day for you? Whether it is morning, afternoon or evening. Can you do more reading at a particular time? This will help you to plan your day. Drinking water prior to an exam may increase your academic performance. Your brain is roughly 75% of water, and when it's functioning on a full tank, you will be able to think more clearly, increase your ability to focus and experience greater clarity and creativity. So drink plenty of water and remain hydrated, as it is too important for a healthy mind and a healthy person. Now, doing practice papers and questions to test your understanding is too important. Practice papers help students to analyze their strengths and weakness so that they can focus on weak areas to improve their results. When students work on improving their weaker sections or weakness, they perform better, and by solving practice papers, this could be done. It also gives you a fair idea of examination. Solving practice papers gives you an actual idea or actual picture of what you can expect from the examination. And that's the reason why it is said that solving practice papers and questions to test your understanding is too important. Now, always doing the same thing, for example reading over your notes again and again on the subject, is likely to be quite dull and boring. So spice up your revision period by trying different exercises and techniques. Drawing mind maps or other summary diagrams to test what you can remember, and then checking them against your notes. Notice where you have left out detail or there are gaps, and go back to review those areas. Now, organizing a discussion group with some of the friends to just consider a particular issue or just area is also a good idea. Or otherwise also your teachers or tutors will be probably be very happy to solve your doubts. And if you are someone who just wants to draw the diagrams and the mind maps, so you can also make the use of that. It is also good. Changing the location in which you study. For example, your room, the library, at school, college, a quiet cafe, or someone else's house like a friend or someone else is also a good idea. This can help to improve your memory retention, and it is also suggested that the brain makes connections between the background and what you are studying. More different connections makes things easier to remember. Like, I often used to just visit my friend's house for the group study, and in this way I remember and memorize the things easily, which also helps me and my mind to remember the things easily and memory retention. More different connections makes things easier to remember and understand. You cannot work solidly for 8 hours. In fact, it is very hard to work in a concentrated way for more than about an hour. So you may find that some days you can do more, but mostly your days are like 1 to 1.5 hours is likely to be your limit before you need a break. So you can take 10 minutes periodically to go and get something healthy or drink something and walk a bit around. Or you guys also can take a brisk walk for a healthy life. Now make sure that you have looked at the past papers. This will ensure that you are prepared for the type of exam you will be sitting, whether it is multiple choice or descriptive or essay. It doesn't matter at all. And then know what you are expected to do. For example, means how many questions from each section will you have to answer. And of course, you still have to read the instructions on the paper itself and make sure that they are the same, and this will just help you to feel comfortable with what you will be expected and what you had just prepared for the exams. Even more important, make sure that you have practiced the right type of questions and know what will be expected of a good and bad answer. Means whether the question paper is of multiple choice questions or of descriptive. This should be kept in mind. Guys, we all have different ways of working, and that includes preparing for exams. As you get more experience in taking exams, you will be find the ways that work best for you and learn how best to prepare. In the meantime, these tips should be given to a good starting point for study. Good luck.